Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a woman who rises after every fall. A woman whose spirit is unshaken, no matter how many obstacles stand in her way. You see, life is filled with moments when we face setbacks. It could be a failed project, a heartbreak, or the loss of something dear to us. We've all been there. But let me tell you something today. The most powerful women are not those who never fall, but those who choose to rise each time they do. Resilience and inner strength are qualities that define the core of a woman who rises after every fall. It's not about never experiencing hardship or avoiding the difficulties of life. It's about how she responds when life throws challenges in her path. When everything seems to be crumbling, when the weight of failure feels unbearable, her true strength emerges. This inner strength comes from within, from a deep place that is often hidden from the outside world. It's a quiet force, one that pushes her to keep going even when there seems to be no reason to continue. It's the determination to rise again after disappointment, to move forward despite fear, and to keep fighting even when victory seems distant. It is not the absence of struggle, but the ability to persist despite it. Resilience is the refusal to be defined by circumstances. It's the capacity to bounce back after a setback, to learn from the experience, and to use that knowledge to become stronger and more capable. This kind of strength is rooted in the belief that every fall is not the end of the story, but a new chapter. It's knowing that every challenge, no matter how tough, is temporary and will pass. Inner strength also means maintaining hope in moments of doubt. It's when a woman is faced with adversity yet still chooses to believe that something greater is on the horizon, that a breakthrough is coming. It's the ability to rise from the ashes, not just because of external circumstances, but because of the unwavering belief in her own capacity to overcome. True resilience isn't just about getting back on your feet. It's about coming back stronger than before, with a clearer vision of who you are and what you're capable of. It's this deep-rooted strength that allows a woman to move through life with grace, knowing that no matter how many times she falls, her strength will always carry her through. Embracing failure as growth is one of the most transformative mindsets a woman can adopt. In a world that often equates success with worth, failure can feel like an unwanted visitor, something to be avoided or feared. But when a woman understands that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it, everything changes. She sees failure not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone on the path to personal growth and greatness. Failure provides the opportunity to learn, to evolve, and to stretch beyond what we thought was possible. It's through our missteps and challenges that we uncover new strengths, develop new skills, and gain deeper wisdom. Each failure carries within it the seed of growth. It's in those moments of vulnerability when things don't go as planned that we discover our true potential. A woman who embraces failure understands that it's not about the mistake, but about what she chooses to do after. She knows that each fall brings her closer to who she is meant to become. When failure is seen as a teacher rather than a punishment, it changes the narrative. It shifts the focus from what went wrong to what can be learned. The pain of failure, while difficult, becomes a catalyst for transformation. She begins to view failure not as something to be ashamed of, but as a sign that she is pushing boundaries, testing her limits, and growing in ways that success alone cannot teach. Embracing failure also means letting go of perfectionism and unrealistic expectations. It's about giving yourself permission to make mistakes and acknowledging that these mistakes are not a reflection of your value, but rather an essential part of your journey. The woman who rises after every fall has learned to accept failure as a natural and necessary part of life. She doesn't take it personally. Instead, she uses it as fuel to keep moving forward, knowing that every fall is just another chance to rise higher. Self-belief and faith are the foundation of a woman's ability to rise after every fall. Self-belief is the inner conviction that she is capable of achieving greatness, no matter the obstacles in her way. It is the understanding that her worth is not determined by her failures or setbacks, but by her resilience and the strength she carries within. This belief in herself is not born from arrogance, but from a deep knowing that she has faced challenges before and emerged stronger each time. When she falls, it is not a sign of weakness, but a reminder that she has the power to rise again. Faith, on the other hand, goes hand in hand with self-belief. It's the belief in something greater than herself, whether it's faith in a higher power, in the universe's plan, or in the journey itself. This faith serves as a guiding light during the darkest moments, reminding her that she is never alone. When life feels uncertain, when the path ahead is unclear, her faith keeps her grounded and hopeful. It is in the moments of doubt that faith becomes her anchor, and self-belief empowers her to keep moving forward step by step. A woman who embodies self-belief and faith understands that challenges are not signs of defeat, but opportunities to deepen her trust in herself and in the process. It's not always easy. There are times when the weight of the world feels overwhelming, and it may seem easier to give up. But the woman who rises knows that even in these moments, her belief in herself and her faith will carry her through. She trusts that every setback is part of her growth, part of the journey she was meant to walk. Self-belief and faith also fuel her ability to take risks. She believes in her capacity to navigate the unknown, to try new things, and to step into her purpose with confidence. Even if she doesn't have all the answers or know exactly what's ahead, her belief in herself and the trust she places in her path keep her moving forward. She has the courage to take chances, to make decisions, and to face the unknown with the unwavering belief that no matter the outcome, she will rise again. Turning pain into power is one of the most profound transformations a woman can undergo. Pain, whether emotional, physical, or spiritual, is often seen as something to avoid or overcome. But a woman who rises after every fall understands that pain is not her enemy, it's her greatest teacher. She knows that pain, in its rawest form, carries with it the potential for immense growth and strength. When faced with pain, many would retreat, allowing it to define them or keep them stuck in the past. But a woman who turns pain into power doesn't allow herself to be consumed by it. Instead, she allows the experience of pain to deepen her understanding of herself and the world around her. She knows that pain, while difficult to bear, has the power to shape her into someone stronger, more compassionate, and more aware of her own resilience. Rather than being a victim of her circumstances, she chooses to use her pain as a source of motivation. It becomes the fuel that drives her to rise higher, to push forward even when every part of her body and spirit may want to stop. She taps into her inner well of strength, using the lessons learned from her suffering to propel herself toward new opportunities and greater accomplishments. Pain no longer holds her back, it becomes the very source of her power. Turning pain into power also involves releasing the fear that comes with it. A woman who has learned to transform her struggles knows that pain doesn't have to define her. She recognizes that it is a temporary experience, something that may hurt in the moment but won't last forever. By embracing it, learning from it, and then releasing it, she frees herself to step into her full potential. She understands that every painful moment has the potential to teach her something valuable about her own strength, her capabilities, and her capacity to heal. The power she gains from pain is not just for herself, it's for others too. Her journey through pain and her ability to rise above it makes her a beacon of hope for those who are suffering. She becomes living proof that even in the darkest of times, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that pain, when faced with courage and determination, can be transformed into something greater than it ever was before. An unstoppable spirit is the essence of a woman who rises after every fall. It is the unwavering determination that refuses to be shaken by setbacks, failures, or the difficulties life throws her way. This spirit is not simply about physical strength or outward success. It is a deep internal force that propels her forward no matter how many times she is knocked down. It is the quiet confidence that says, I will not be defeated. The unstoppable spirit comes from a place of purpose. A woman with this spirit knows who she is and what she stands for. She understands that life will challenge her and that not every path will be easy. But rather than seeing challenges as reasons to quit, she views them as opportunities to grow, to prove to herself that she is capable of far more than she ever imagined. She has an inner compass that guides her, a force that drives her to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is uncertain. This spirit is resilient. It bends, but it does not break. Even when life seems to be pushing her to her limits, she holds on to the belief that she is capable of more. Her resilience is not about avoiding struggle, but about embracing it, knowing that through struggle she becomes stronger. An unstoppable spirit is about rising again and again, each time with more wisdom, more courage, and a deeper understanding of her own potential. It's not always easy, though. There are moments when doubt creeps in, when the weight of challenges feels overwhelming, but the unstoppable spirit does not succumb to despair. Instead, it finds strength in adversity, courage in the face of fear, and hope when everything seems lost. It's a spirit that keeps going, even when it feels like there is no reason to. This inner strength becomes a shield, protecting her from discouragement and allowing her to push through the hardest times with unwavering faith that better days are ahead. A woman with an unstoppable spirit doesn't wait for external circumstances to change. She knows that change begins within. When the world says no, she says yes. When life seems to say you can't, she responds with watch me. This spirit is fueled by an unshakable belief that she can achieve whatever she sets her mind to, and that no matter how many times she falls, she will always find a way to rise again. Inspiring others through her journey is one of the most powerful aspects of a woman who rises after every fall. Her story is not just about her own struggles and triumphs, but about the hope, strength, and resilience she offers to those around her. As she faces adversity, learns from her mistakes, and continues to rise, she becomes a living example of what it means to persevere. Her journey, with all its highs and lows, serves as a beacon of light for others who may be walking through their own dark times. A woman who rises inspires others by showing them that it is possible to overcome even the toughest of circumstances. Her willingness to keep going, even when the odds are against her, shows others that they too have the strength within them to face their challenges. Her journey is a testimony that setbacks are not the end, but an opportunity for growth and transformation. When others see her rise, they are reminded that their own struggles are temporary and that they too can rise above their difficulties. Her strength becomes contagious. People who witness her journey are inspired not just by her success, but by the way she handles failure and adversity. They see her persistence, her courage, and her unwavering belief in herself and in something greater than her challenges. Through her, they learn that success is not about avoiding failure, but about how we respond to it. She teaches others that falling down is not a sign of weakness, but a step toward greater strength. As she rises after each fall, her story encourages others to embrace their own journeys. She demonstrates the power of self-belief, the importance of resilience, and the necessity of faith in the face of hardship. She becomes a mentor without even realizing it. Just by living her truth and continuing to move forward, she imparts lessons of hope, determination, and perseverance. Her ability to keep going in the face of challenges speaks volumes, and it reminds others that they are capable of achieving greatness too. Moreover, her journey shows others that they are not alone in their struggles. As she openly faces her challenges, she connects with others on a deep human level. Her vulnerability and authenticity make it clear that it's okay to be imperfect, to stumble, and to seek support. She teaches others that there is strength in asking for help, in sharing the load, and in leaning on others when the journey feels overwhelming. Her openness allows others to feel seen, heard, and understood, making them more likely to rise alongside her. Empathy and compassion are essential qualities that deepen a woman's ability to rise after every fall. These traits come from a place of understanding, where a woman not only recognizes the pain in others, but also feels it in her heart. Having faced her own struggles and challenges, she knows what it feels like to be lost, hurt, or vulnerable. Because of her own journey, she can relate to the pain of others on a profound level. This shared experience of hardship allows her to offer genuine comfort, knowing that sometimes the greatest gift she can give is simply being present and offering a listening ear. Her empathy doesn't just come from sympathy, but from a deep understanding of the human experience. She doesn't just acknowledge the struggles of others, she feels them. And in that feeling, she is able to offer compassion, not out of pity, but out of a genuine desire to help. Her compassion drives her to take action, whether that's offering words of encouragement, lending a helping hand, or simply standing alongside someone as they face their own battles. She understands that sometimes the path to healing involves not fixing someone's pain, but walking with them as they process it. Empathy also allows her to be non-judgmental, seeing the value and worth in others, even when they're struggling. She recognizes that everyone has a unique journey, and the struggles that others face are as significant as her own. This ability to connect on a deeper level makes her an invaluable source of support, whether in moments of crisis or everyday challenges. Her compassionate heart helps others feel seen, heard, and validated, creating a safe space for them to express their vulnerability without fear of rejection or judgment. Moreover, empathy and compassion allow a woman to be patient not just with others, but with herself. She knows that healing is not instantaneous and growth takes time. When she offers compassion to others, she also extends that same kindness to herself. She forgives her own missteps and treats herself with the same gentleness she offers to others. This creates a cycle of healing and growth as the empathy she extends outwardly comes back to her, allowing her to continue rising after each fall. Embodying courage in the face of fear is one of the most defining qualities of a woman who rises after every fall. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to move forward despite it. Fear is a natural part of life, and everyone at some point will face moments of uncertainty, self-doubt, or hesitation. But for a woman who embodies courage, fear does not paralyze her. It becomes a force that motivates her to take action and grow stronger. The journey through fear is not always easy. There are times when fear feels overwhelming, when the weight of uncertainty presses down and the future feels unclear. But courage is not about being fearless. It is about acknowledging fear and choosing to move through it anyway. A woman who rises after every fall understands that fear is not a barrier, but a signal that she is on the edge of something new, something that will stretch her, challenge her, and ultimately help her grow. In these moments, courage is not loud or brash. It is quiet, steady, and persistent. For her, fear is a companion on the journey, not an enemy. She does not run from it or pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, she faces it head-on, acknowledging its presence while refusing to let it control her. This courage is rooted in the belief that growth lies just beyond the edge of fear. She knows that the greatest opportunities in life often come when we are willing to step into the unknown, even if it means feeling vulnerable or uncertain. It is this willingness to face discomfort that separates her from those who remain stagnant. Embodying courage also means being willing to take risks. A woman who rises after every fall does not allow fear to limit her potential. She knows that to grow, she must be willing to step outside her comfort zone. Every time she takes a step into the unknown, she is building a reservoir of courage, proving to herself that she is capable of handling whatever challenges come her way. Whether it's speaking up for what she believes in, making a difficult decision, or pursuing a new path in life, she does so with the understanding that fear will be present, but that it does not dictate her actions. In the face of fear, courage often means failing and trying again. It's easy to be courageous when things are going well, but true courage is revealed when things don't go according to plan. When she stumbles, when things don't work out as expected, she doesn't see failure as a reflection of her worth. Instead, she sees it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and try again. Courage in the face of fear isn't about succeeding every time. It's about getting back up and moving forward despite setbacks. It's about knowing that failure is part of the journey, not the end of it. Courage also means standing firm in the face of external pressures or opinions. In a world where judgment is quick and criticism is common, a woman who embodies courage does not shrink back from being herself. She trusts in her own path, her values, and her purpose, even if others do not understand or support her. This type of courage allows her to stay true to who she is, no matter the noise around her. It's the courage to stand tall in her authenticity, to pursue her dreams, and to live according to her own vision, not someone else's. Ultimately, courage in the face of fear is a continuous practice. It is not something that happens once, but a quality that must be cultivated every day. With each challenge faced and each fear overcome, a woman builds a foundation of courage that carries her through life's most difficult moments. It is this courage that allows her to rise again and again, to move forward no matter the circumstances, and to embrace life with the unwavering belief that she is capable of handling whatever comes her way. Embracing change and adaptability is a hallmark of a woman who rises after every fall. Life is constantly evolving and challenges arise that are often beyond our control. However, the ability to accept and adapt to change is what sets apart those who simply survive from those who thrive. For a woman who has faced and overcome hardship, change is not seen as a threat, but as a natural part of the process that can lead to greater opportunities, growth, and transformation. The first step in embracing change is acknowledging that it is inevitable. No matter how carefully we plan or how much we try to control our circumstances, life will always introduce the unexpected. This woman understands that resistance to change only brings frustration and stagnation. She doesn't waste time wishing for things to stay the same or trying to hold on to what is no longer working. Instead, she recognizes that change can be a catalyst for new beginnings, offering fresh perspectives and paths to personal growth. Her adaptability is what enables her to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. When faced with a new challenge or unexpected situation, she doesn't panic or shrink back. Instead, she draws on her inner strength and resilience to assess the situation, identify the opportunities it may present, and take action. She remains flexible and open to the idea that the change, while perhaps difficult or uncomfortable at first, may lead to something better. In this way, she turns the fear of change into fuel for her personal transformation. Adaptability also involves letting go of the need for perfection. Often, the desire to control every detail or ensure things go exactly as planned can hinder growth. The woman who rises after every fall understands that life isn't about having everything figured out, it's about learning how to adapt and thrive through the changes that come her way. She accepts that setbacks and mistakes are part of the journey, and she uses them as stepping stones to build a stronger, more resilient version of herself. Her adaptability extends beyond just her own circumstances. It also allows her to relate to and support others in times of change. Whether it's a friend going through a difficult life transition or a colleague facing a professional challenge, she knows how to offer empathy and support. Because she has faced her own changes, she can offer a sense of hope and encouragement to others, showing them that change doesn't have to be something to fear, but something that can open doors to new possibilities. Additionally, embracing change requires a mindset shift, one that focuses on the positives and potential that change can bring. A woman who rises after every fall doesn't see change as something to dread, but as something to embrace. She looks for the lessons within each change, understanding that every transition offers a chance to learn something new about herself and the world around her. Whether it's a change in career, a shift in personal relationships, or a major life event, she faces it with optimism and a belief that she can navigate it successfully. Ultimately, embracing change and adaptability is about cultivating a mindset of growth. A woman who rises knows that life will always present challenges and that things will not always go according to plan. But she also knows that her ability to adjust, learn, and grow through these changes is what allows her to rise again and again. Change is not the enemy, it is the teacher that leads her to a life that is richer, more fulfilling, and more aligned with her true purpose. Empowering others through her example is one of the most profound ways a woman who rises after every fall leaves a lasting impact. Her journey, marked by resilience, strength, and determination, becomes a source of inspiration for those around her. Through her actions, her choices, and her unwavering spirit, she shows others what is possible, even in the face of adversity. She doesn't just talk about empowerment, she lives it, and in doing so, she becomes a living testament to the power of perseverance and self-belief. A woman who empowers others through her example does so by showing that failure and setbacks are not the end, but an essential part of the journey. Her story isn't one of perfection, it's one of growth through struggle. She openly shares her challenges, the time she has fallen, and how she has risen again. By sharing these moments, she removes the stigma around failure and normalizes the idea that setbacks are not signs of weakness, but stepping stones towards success. Her vulnerability in sharing her journey creates a safe space for others to be honest about their own struggles, encouraging them to persevere even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Through her example, she teaches others that resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but about how you respond to it. Every time she rises after falling, she demonstrates the strength that lies in choosing to keep moving forward. When others see her facing challenges with grace, they realize that they too are capable of overcoming obstacles. She doesn't just inspire them with her words, her actions speak louder. The way she navigates difficulties with courage and determination becomes a blueprint for others to follow. Her example shows that resilience isn't a trait reserved for the strong or the lucky, it's something that anyone can cultivate through persistence, self-belief, and a refusal to give up. Empowerment also comes through her ability to uplift and support others on their own journeys. A woman who rises doesn't just focus on her own success, she actively encourages others to rise as well. She understands that lifting others up doesn't diminish her own power. In fact, it amplifies it. She celebrates the achievements of others, offers advice and guidance when needed, and provides a shoulder to lean on during tough times. She sees herself in others and recognizes that when one person rises, it creates a ripple effect that empowers an entire community. By showing generosity and support, she becomes a role model for others to follow, teaching them that true empowerment comes from helping others succeed. Moreover, her example fosters self-confidence in others. She shows them that it's possible to trust in themselves and their own abilities, even when faced with uncertainty. A woman who rises after every fall exemplifies what it means to have faith in oneself, even when the external world might doubt or question your abilities. When others see her pursuing her dreams, taking risks, and standing firm in her convictions, they begin to believe in their own potential. Her unwavering faith in herself becomes a mirror for others, helping them to recognize their own strength and capacity to achieve greatness. The impact of her example is not limited to her immediate circle. By living her truth and embodying empowerment, she becomes a source of inspiration for all who witness her journey. Her example reaches beyond friends and family to inspire strangers, colleagues, and communities. The lessons she imparts through her resilience, compassion, and support ripple outward, creating a culture of empowerment where others feel encouraged to rise above their own challenges. Her example becomes a beacon of hope for those who are struggling, showing them that no matter where they are on their journey, they have the power to rise, just as she did. In the journey of life, a woman who rises after every fall embodies strength, resilience, and the power of unwavering belief. Her ability to turn pain into power, to embrace failure as growth, and to face fear with courage inspires those around her. Through her journey, she not only transforms herself but also lights the way for others, offering empathy, compassion, and hope. She teaches us that falling is not the end, but a chance to rise higher. Her spirit reminds us all that we have the power within to overcome, grow, and ultimately thrive, no matter the challenges we face.